game started. And the Bulls will put total weather to crank us up. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be brought down. So Syracuse will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
He makes the catch. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical?
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Syracuse right back at it. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. The give to the left side. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Lets it fly on the move. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Quarterback keeps it. The Bulls will keep this drive going. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Using his legs, it's Ortega. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Quick tempo here for the offense. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year. But now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knocked.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Syracuse right back at it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on. Time
winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ortega. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Bulls will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Bulls are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's right on target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. They'll run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, South Florida. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive.
Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6. Then just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Henderson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way?
Picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 20 over Stanford. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulls! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Syracuse right back at it.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a spot in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It's good.
That makes the score South Florida 21, Syracuse 3.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode.
Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Johnson looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my 1st half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half.
Syracuse, 10.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback checking off. Johnson wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USF.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Tempo and overdrive. They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll go to the counter. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Quarterback will audible. Toss to the outside. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The aerial assault continues. Touchdown, South Florida. And the punishment has been extended.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Syracuse, 10.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. That's caught. It's Henderson. And he's brought down after a nice game. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football. So good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're small.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2, his quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down.
Fires one high and deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Orange. Well, that was easy.
Pass rush? Question mark? I mean, you got to affect the quarterback. These quarterbacks are way too good nowadays. You can't blame the secondary. Who am I going to go point to back there? The defensive line has to do a better job making that quarterback feel uncomfortable. You can't have that long to throw the football.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you